It's one of those days. Hello, hello, and a happy Sunday to y'all. I hope it's going better than mine, because, woo, P's still putting on her eyebrows. I said you guys might be interested in that. Let me know in the chat. While we're waiting for her to put on her eyebrows, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. It's the only way that we know that you are here. If you want to hang out in the background, that's totally fine as well. Do give those thumbsy upsies. Very important. Let other people know, hey, I'm here. I liked this. I might even be staying for a while. You know, come back, leave those comments. It's in the beginning. It's okay. You can comment. Actually, you can't comment until the stream has, you know, rendered and done its thing. Well, no, right after it ends. Then you can comment. If you don't see the chat, then that means it's rendering. And if you wait a little while, then the chat shows back up, and then you can make comments. But y'all want to know all that? I'm delaying. Okay, so I'm going to say hello to everybody. Like I said, just, you know, say hello in the chat, and then we'll do our little PM Artist Studio thing, because I think most of y'all know where you're at, but just in case you don't. Plus, we like to sing it.
You might be having one of those mornings.
You might be having the same morning I'm having, because, woo!
Where am I? And what am I doing? And what the hell did I come here for?
Yeah, we took a little day off yesterday, and let me tell you, you know, the universe said, well, you're going to pay for that. Alrighty, so we've got Heather's here. Hello, Heather. Hope you were doing well and got your room all cleaned up and your mom's happy. Becky, Belinda, Betsy, Betty, Brad, Candy, Carol, Carrie, Colleen, Denise, Estella, Fran, Hoarder Paper Crafts, that's Mimi, Jim, hello Jim, Joan, Jolly John, Julie, Kathy, Carrie, Linda, Lori, Lydia, Martha, Nadine, Paul is here, yay, Sarah, let's see, Sandy Franklin, Silver Granny, that's Lynn. Star Travel, that's Linda. Susan Dufresne's in the house. Texture Junkies, that is Sharon. All right. I know some other people kind of popped in there. I don't really see. Oh, we've got some new people. Do tell me your name in the chat, and I will say hello. Hello, Margalo. Hello. Okay. Well, like I said, it's been a trying morning. Can I go to you two now?
What?
Little side by side. Can you looking pretty and.
Well, I'm getting my glasses so that, you know, they're actually glasses rather than...
Foggy devices. Oh,
yeah.
Look, that was topside. Hold on. I'm telling you, it's that kind of day. So, I won a t-shirt yesterday. Now, of course, it's going to be backwards for y'all because I flipped my camera so that way I can, like, you know, see things and not feel like I'm, you know, not functional. Y'all have seen that before in some of our videos. When I'm not functional because it's backwards, but P ordered it and it's a women's, and this cannot be a 3T, no flipping way.
No, it's not
even a woman's.
It's not even.
This is
really,
like a kid's 3T.
I wonder if that's what.
No. That would be like toddler, you know. It'd be itty bitty.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll get maybe my arm through it.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
Devin, us too. Well, I'm not just waking up, but, you know, the world. I don't know. Hello, Margot. Margot, I sent you some messages. Wanted to see if you were maybe interested in doing the creative collab. Anybody interested, let us know. It's starting up. This is the YouTubers. Especially if you have participated in other makers events. Which, speaking of which... the color combo has come out. I was so excited. Carrie, I don't know why you were worried about aqua, and I love the way it says aqua.
Hey, check this out.
Aqua. That sounds so fancy. What's this for? Is this for me?
Aqua and chartreuse.
Oh, it is. It's aqua and chartreuse. Well, I'm going to go topside here in a minute. We need to do... hey, this is P over here.
I'm over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
we are PM Artist Studio.
You know, 4 minutes in. That's no... You know, it could be worse.
I think it's acceptable, considering.
It's acceptable. You know.
Considering.
Yes, all that is going
How
on.
did I have that?
Oh, no worries, Miriam. Hello, hello. Okay. Who else is here? Okay. Yes, I love those colors. Okay, so yes, color combo. That has been, go over, watch Carrie's video. It's fantastic. I'm sure that Paula has been posted, like, you know, probably 5 projects already. Because she works like that, and I'm just very jealous of her abilities. What else is going on? Watch for the swap. I believe that has the swap been posted? I think so. I'm sorry. It's been a little nutty. Carrie came out with his video, and people want those stamps. Oh, and then Froyle came out with her video, and people want those stamps. So, yay, but also a little like, ah! It's been nuts. I mean, you know. Ebbs and flows. Hey, no, I hear you. But you did a fabulous job. And those colors are awesome. Some of my most favorites. All right. Now, do you know what you're doing today?
Hmm?
Oh, we have to show something. Here, I'm going to hand this over to you. I have not posted this, or it is not live on the website yet. Because I have to get the proper pictures, and I just, like I said, I'm struggling.
Well, I'm patching up my thing that didn't reach across. Ow! Just poked myself.
My bad energy has arrived upstairs. Oh, goodness. Hey, Sandy.
Fleurs!
Swap and posted. People are signing up. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, yes, that's right. Because you had said, so it's the sun and moon, which goes very nicely with the Maker's Creative collab, which is Fly Me to the Moon. I have signed up. I have a fabulous idea. P already has some things in the works for me in my project and what I want to do. I have coerced Eddie to join in. He took a little arm twist, and not really. But I enjoyed the conversation. Darcy's going to be in there this time. And a few others, I think, have signed up for it. But yeah, anybody interested in the YouTubers, let us know. Reach out to Sharon or myself. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going top sign. So are you ready?
I'm just patching up things. I don't care if they look or not. This is
well, I know, but I
work.
want you to show the thing and, you know, be, you know, happy and glorious about the thing that we're about to show.
Well, you know, I kind of have a... fixated.
You're fixated on that little thing?
Yes.
Okay, I think she's done, though.
I'm not done, but I'll talk about this other stuff we got going on here.
Okay. Awesome. I'm going top side.
Okay.
I don't know why. Oh, did I? It's kind of bluish, but see, when you wear those gray colors, it's hard for me to. I can warm you up now. See, no, but sometimes when you're wearing like the reds and things, I don't want to turn that on because you look like a, you know.
I'm in flames. Inflamed.
Inflamed.
Sometimes I am.
Sometimes.
I'll turn this around so we can all read it.
Still don't love that either.
Watercolor whimsy. Well, looky there. Playful designs drawn over watercolors.
Okay, so these are by Julie Torrens, as you can see. New paper pack under PM Artist Studio, but by Julie Torrens. I will have it up after the stream, promise, because, you know, I just couldn't get the flipping images to work properly.
Oh!
And then Izzy saw them. She loves them. She wanted them. And then she says, well, can I have something to color? Yeah. Tell me. I think Mercury's in retrograde or something. They're beautiful. So lots of fun stuff to cut out or just even create as a page. There's even a couple of, you know, like more like just color page, like solid pages.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's your leaves.
Yeah. Now, do keep in mind that these are printables. This particular set has been printed out on the hammer mill, 32-pound hammer mill, because it's some awesome stuff. I get the best color quality from it. And then keep in mind also that this is on our little Epson Eco Tank, but I have gone with a generic ink. I don't think it's too shabby. And see, we don't typically, like, we're not putting out a ton of color stuff anymore. It's mainly black and white, so that's why I was like, and plus it was already kind of doing weird things, and I'm like, all right, well, at this point, I mean, anything we get out of that printer is a good day. But yeah, I was pretty excited about the color of it and everything. But do keep in mind, like, you know, depending on your machine and all that, and what papers, if you wanted to pump up the color on it a bit.
Well, or you can actually go in and color it. You know, if it's not.
Oh, yeah. I love doing that even with ours.
Yeah, I do too.
Every time you see some of ours, I've gone in with colored pencil and done something with it.
Yes.
When we did stuff for Louisa Heinzel, I always went in and colored in stuff with colored pencil. Like, I felt like that was my duty to make it mine.
That's how I feel about it, too.
We highly encourage the alteration of people's stuff.
Do they get this page, this top page also?
I always give the top page, too, because it's fun, because it has the border, like, the bottom one, see, it has the shadowing. That top one is, like, the full piece, so.
Because I can see lots of little uses for that, for sure. Those little pieces and parts, because, and I'll show you what I mean, like, right here on this tag. All right.
Now, if you want to use those, you can. If you want to rip it up and cut them up, it's all yours.
Well, I wished I'd had this before I did my little thing, because one of them has a uki on it, but I didn't have any more. And I put these on here because they kind of go with the page, and they stick up above. Well, and what my pocket wasn't deep enough, so I had to put in a restraining bar here at the top to keep it from flopping out. Because
some people call them a belly band. Over here at PMR Studio, it's a restraining band. I need to restrain my art. It cannot be contained.
I think it was doing pretty well till I added the extra weight of these little hoodie doos at the top, but I thought they were so dadgum cute. And when I show you the page, you're going to think it really is cute. But do you see how these little jobbers would have worked up there at the top? Now, I mean, I could even have folded over some flowers, you know, on that top edge. And the other thing that I was kind of trying to distract from, and you know, it's good enough for the girls I go with. That's
Darcy.
what Carmichael used to say. You don't like my gates, you don't have to swing on them. It's not exactly even on both sides because I flopped it over. It was dark.
Hey, Kelly.
Working with wet tissue paper is kind of like, you know, pushing a rope upstream.
Yeah. What is it? Isn't it something about a wet noodle?
Yeah, well, no, let's don't go
Is that
there.
inappropriate?
Yeah, it's very inappropriate. There will be some people out there that understand that.
I'm telling y'all. I don't know.
Okay, so.
Hey, Gayla.
Anywho, Gayla, you already missed out on some of the fun.
Yeah. She says she never tries to restrain herself. That's good.
Well, you know, I do just because I feel like I should.
Sometimes she should.
I
agree with that.
And what I'm doing here is I'm putting these behind this. But I'm going to get to that page so I can, you know, at least make sure that I've got it covered. Oh, and I've got to show you. So, Mariah bartered with me yesterday.
Darcy says if you have to ask if something is inappropriate, it probably is.
Well,
you know.
Yeah.
I'm asking for a friend.
Okay. So I've got some issues here because I've really been working on this page hard, and it's been getting a lot of love and work, and it's coming loose. It seems. And who knows how many times it's been open and shut. So
yes, a big happy birthday to Eddie.
Oh,
he turned 21.
He's 21. Bless his heart. You're holding up well. If that's
you can go to the bar tonight.
If that's a recent picture.
Yeah.
On your website, you're holding up.
Your website.
Well,
some people call that a profile.
Yeah, whatever that is. Where you show your picture. All right. So like I said, I've been a little hard and heavy on my book here. And this problem is this dead gum, once you get some paint on there, it no likey the glue. And I don't really know how to make that. And you know, how do you restrain that? I don't know. And I'm sure it's because I pushed it back so I could get to the edges. And I know it's really irritating when people talk with a pen in their mouth. I'm taking it out because I've already poked myself once.
She did. Trying to grab it.
Check this dude out.
Let me tell you, there was quite a bit of work that went into this.
Okay, remember, I don't know what I did with it's just back over here, but the Fat Rabbit fast food container thing, you know, the little, you put it in the microwave and it comes out food. Well, the Fat Rabbit stuff is really good. And I think this particular one was vegetarian, whatever it was, but it was wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah, I love those rabbit meals. Yeah, they're good.
So, Mariah made me a little closed paper clip, covered paper clip. What do you call these things? Covered paper clip.
Hidden paper clip.
Hidden covered paper clip.
Yeah.
Now, this is a goodly...
I had to figure it out.
Goodly sized one.
I really thought I was going to get away with not having to make those, but... So,
anyway.
she wanted it. And then I said, oh, well, this works out nicely because I need something from you. So, we did a little Arty trade.
And then she got into cleaning and forgot what it was that she wanted from me. You cleaned.
Well, I did that, but then we had to go downstairs and had to get something. And then we, you know, because we were making beans and chili and,
you know,
all sorts of things yesterday. You know, life stuff. And then I kind of cleaned up a little bit. And we're still on the hunt for the little charms. I swear, I don't understand. Oh, but then, oh no, I know what it was. We were looking for the kitty tag because she had lost it. And I told her that she lost it. And she's like, no, I gave it to you. I'm like, I'm quite sure that you didn't because it wasn't in the picture. And I thought it was kind of weird that you didn't give it to me for the thumbnail. But I thought maybe you had some ulterior motive for that. Because sometimes she does things like that. But then, so I had to go back.
Oh, I don't want my kitty on the video.
Well, no, I just thought you were keeping it so you could do things to it.
Oh, well,
and you knew that I was going to try to keep it from you, which I should have done because you had already, you know, she's done things. Just know that she's done things, a lot of things. Hello, Monica.
And you always love them.
So I went back to the end of the last stream and I said, hey, here, it's in the book. This is the Akiko book. P's Akiko book. Fabulous. And sure enough, right there where she'd put it.
Yuppers. I was
oh my God, Becky,
in my defense, it was stuck to the back of a flipper page.
Of a flap. Y'all thought she was gonna say something else, didn't you?
Flipper.
A flipper.
The flipping page.
The flipping page.
See how carefully I'm measuring.
Becky, we are laughing. I'm still giggling. We told Brad about it, about the, you know, find my photo thing. That makes me happy beyond so many, like, I'm glad to think about that right now because it makes me chuckle inside. And I need that.
Yeah, it hasn't been a real fun morning.
You know.
Hot diggity.
So you cut it short.
What?
Or the pocket just didn't have it, like it didn't have enough. Is that what you're...
No, even with this on it, every time I would shut the book, it would wiggle and wobble. Here, let me show you.
I understand.
Okay.
One needs a tight pocket.
It's probably because I kind of tried to push it out just a little bit. And I'm going over the edges of these to get rid of that straight edge, but also to just kind of reinforce this. And I think it looks absolutely bloody marvelous. How do I want to do that? I'll just go with this because then I have a straight edge down here. I want to tear that at a little bit of an angle there. Perfect. Might not. But then I got up here.
Well, and she took those stars from me. I was going to maybe use them for my project, but...
Well, you still have some of them.
I do. I don't think those were going to work. I mean, I really did want to use them if I could have, but since you're supplying me with more of exactly what I wanted, I'm very happy with that.
Well, we might go ahead and put down, I might go ahead and get those down.
And that's cool, because then we can kind of show people that it'll be sort of a surprise once we do the collab part. As I show the final. And I'll try to do a process video of when I assemble everything. It might be a fun way to do that. Hello, April.
Hi, April. Is that April, watercolor April?
That's what we call you, watercolor April. I hope that that's okay. Not that we know a ton of Aprils, but...
Just to make sure. Oh, hooty booty.
It's like back in the day, Christy, well, we've known a lot of Johns. Like, we have my brother John, and we always call him Brother John. And then there was a guy at the club named John, but we'd call him Smiley. Because he was Smiley John.
Okay, now look how good that looks. Isn't that beautiful?
We got Jolly John.
And we've got Jolly John. I think that looks just marvelous. Doesn't that look just like it was just meant to be there?
It is.
I hope that
Thank you,
Kiko
Kelly.
is watching that. All right, I'm looking at that over there. So let's see how much I need. I'm going to have to use this one. See, this was what I cut off at the top of the tag in order to make it not flop, but that didn't work so well. And, oh my gosh, look at this. I'm going to have to do some missionary work here.
Okay. Hope all is well, Trish.
Okay, we'll just give that a bit of a rub there and chit-chat about this and that. And now I'm messing with this side. It seems to be holding pretty well.
Oh yeah, we do. We have some free downloadable printables. If people want to check those out. But yes, and I'm gonna get Julie set up right after the stream. Promise. Promise. Plus we have the stamps. Are you gonna show the stamps?
What stamps?
The number stamps. I mean, a lot of y'all probably saw Floral's video
you know,
yesterday,
I probably should just go ahead and do that and let this dry and stop
Yes.
messing with it.
because the more you mess with it, really, it's just gonna. You need to let it dry.
And I don't know how to clamp it. I don't have a long clamp.
Hey,
Oh my God! Now
is that too much? Is that too
you
much?
have one that's a little less.
I do. Look, I got.
You know that I don't have to go to the gym before
Here,
I
look.
try to utilize it. No, that was too little.
Size matters, y'all.
I think that's it.
Is this one it? Because I have one. I think one medium-ish. I'll tell you, this clamp set. I was very impressed with the.
No, that doesn't cover it.
Okay,
All right,
there you
have
go.
this one. I don't know if that one's going to be. Nope, that's not going to clear. I might have to go with Big Bertha.
Well, both hands.
Jeez, no kidding.
I told you, yeah. Look at that, though. That makes me so happy because I really thought, I mean, these clamps are quite ridiculous. I mean.
A little Paige, I'm just sorry I was really...
Rhonda's worried about you.
There, get that started, I think I can make that work right.
Oh, I know. No, Gayla, it's one of those things.
What?
She says, apparently I'm not using enough pattern together. This book shouldn't work, but it does. That's one of, yeah, you got it. It's kind of, you know, don't, and here's the best way I can put it. You don't half-ass it with the pattern thing. Like, you're all in, and you go nuts. You can't just do a little bit of
The
it.
thing that you want to keep in mind is repetition of your colors.
Mm-hmm.
You might just think about some, I'm thinking about, oh, what was her name? I mean, she just did all the colors. Help me out. But she used yellow a lot. Designer.
The Japanese?
No. She wasn't Japanese. But, I mean, she put chintzes and stripes and pinstripes and plaids and...
Oh, are you talking like, you know,
As soon as you say her name, I'm going to say, yeah, that's...
Versace
No.
does a lot of that kind
No, that's just a bunch of gold crap. Blech. Pukey.
It's not into Versace.
Pukey. Okay, what are we doing today? Well, I was working on my...
Vivian Westward.
Nope.
I love it when we have these guessing games.
I want to say Mary McCarthy, but that's not it.
I have no idea who that is. Oh, Mary Quant?
No, she did the short dresses and the...
Betsy Johnson? Oh, she did.
Betsy Johnson.
Did you really know who she was?
Betsy Johnson is who it is.
I love her.
Yes.
She's wild and crazy. Wonderful.
Oh, yes. And her interiors, and she puts oriental rugs with everything. I don't care what it is. And I mean, her...
Or Iris Apfel even. Think of her. She does tons of pattern together.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. You just don't need to be all, you know, worried about
Mondo is what Darcy thinks of. I don't know who Mondo is.
I don't know what Mondo is.
Have to look that up.
I'm going to try to get my... I'm going to make some earrings as soon as I can get to my... I need to
Well,
order...
does Archie know? He's now one step further from being... I don't know that Archie's ever really gonna... I don't know.
I might just, you know, make more necklaces now that I... Itchy eye. Okay, I don't know. I planned on doing my book, but I got to get that glued down because it ain't getting any better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to look at this and see if I could possibly show you some more tags without... Oh, here, I know what I'm going to do. All right, you're supposed to be helping me remember things. Good God Almighty.
Today ain't the day. I'm here.
She's here and she's breathing. This is
Yes.
as good as it gets.
I made coffee this morning.
You
That
did.
really was one of my largest accomplishments today. Cause,
That you feel
and after
fulfilled
that, it
about.
was like...
Went downhill. Downhill. Okay, here I go.
Oh, yes. Like Darcy says, you can be monochromatic and do patterns. Much like what she's doing with that cover. I don't think I left a comment on your last video, Darcy. My apologies. I've watched most of it, and then I got interrupted, and I meant to go back.
What are you talking about?
Well, she did a cover on a book that she's working on, and it's kind of all the teals and aquas.
Oh, yeah, you can go that way too.
and-
I like to go. If I'm going to do color, I like the whole idea of rainbow.
But yeah, but with the pattern. But so she has different patterns all across her monochromatic color scheme.
Okay, yeah.
So
Well,
it's
there you
another way
go.
to do it.
It is another way to approach it. Got glue all over my finger. I have a really sore finger.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, there was a little piece of skin hanging out and I pulled it off, and that was not the thing to do. And we've got all these cuties here too that I've used these, and I actually used them on my tags back over yonder here.
Dana would like that box with the stamps included.
Well, let me get that right off.
Hey, you know, we could put
I'm going to bring, I'm going to go through all my stamps. Now, do we have an empty one of these?
2 of them back there.
Oh, excellent. Because what I want to do is I want to bring one of these with me to Baltimore.
Okay.
And the reason being, I'm having this anxiety attack about not having
everything.
Things that I need.
This is good for you.
Oh, I know it is, because it's pushing me out of my little...
Well, let's not say little, because, you know, it's...
Exactly, that's the whole problem.
We're downsizing your bubble.
And I'm just not thrilled with this whole thing. But now, you know, the other thing is Xandra's going to be there, and I know that girl has some product.
We've been told. And Patty's bringing things for us.
But now here's what I started doing. And I'm reluctant to mess about with this because I cleaned up my area here. But let me get I always need a bigger... Okay, that'll work. It's something pink has sent us, and I saved it.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. But I am telling you, the way to go with these stamps, if you want to really, you know, use these sort of abstract number things, do the tissue. Because when you put it down, it's like, and you got to wet it really good. I'm going to show you here in just a minute, because I'm very proud of the tags that I made using this particular method. You don't just have to go with one color. You know, mix it up. And you don't have to go with just one stamp. And I really like this one stamp. It's got this, you can tell, see? It has the little marking out spots and the little blurby spots.
And there are 5 different ones. And each one has its own little, you know, thing.
But see, look at that. Isn't that great? See, I marked out those numbers, and now I'm going to put some more in.
Like
love that one. All right, now this little, I like this little one here because of the unequal distribution of the numbers. They're not lined up perfectly. See that? You're missing some spots here. And then you've got that little lovely blob out there. But look at that. Isn't that fun? Now, I've just been going red and black because that's basically my color.
Yeah, so good call, Carrie. The gift wrap tissue, not carnival tissue. Gift wrap disappears, but carnival does stay slightly.
It does, but if you really saturate it with water, it will
disappear more.
Yeah, but that is a good point. Use the cheap stuff. Here they all are. Now, Mariah, do you have these numbered? How do you designate them? How do people...
you shall receive, Sharon. She says, can you please do it on white paper? They thought you were just going to leave it out there all mixed up.
What?
I don't know which style is which. Okay,
you don't have a name for them?
Yeah, well, style 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, okay, can you tell me?
Yeah, hold on.
And I will put a number on it.
Okay, hold on.
I think this would be really good.
Yeah, I think so too.
To know.
And for me too, because obviously I had some issues.
Because I want to do a little bit more stamping because I want to take some of this.
So style 1 has the box and the scribble through it. Yes. Style 2 has the circle and the arrow. That one has been quite popular. Style 3 is the one with just the circle. And then style... Wait, hold on. Why did I get off?
And supposedly these numbers mean something to Froyle. She hasn't, you know, clued us all in on what it is. I guess it's kind of a guessing game.
Okay, so style 4 is the arrow with the scribble. Yeah, that one. And then style number 5 has just the one little, and it should be the one left over. There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, ladies and gents. Now, these also come in stencils?
No.
No,
They do not.
they do not.
Because
Oh yeah, it wouldn't. It would be a total pain in the butt to.
you got to break. You got to have breaks. Now, not to say that, the zeros and the things. So some people do that. We've seen sets of stencils that do that. I just felt like stamps were the best thing for this.
Oh, I totally agree.
And so did Fro, because she asked me that too. I said, well, if you want to make all the breaks, let me know. She goes, yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah.
Into that.
Because remember you get. I just remember when we were in.
Oh God, Gayla, she says, are we bringing products to sell in Baltimore?
No. Well, yeah, I guess so. I was just gonna gift them.
We could take cash
Oh yeah.
and make
so we
money
can go
for
to the bar. that would be
She'll
our
be only selling her personal.
my personal.
I could try to bring some things. That's just tricky because, what if people...
Yeah. We wouldn't be bringing the right things. All
no.
right. Now, I've got these, and I'm going to go ahead and put them aside because, it really... I don't know that I need this, but I thought this was helpful.
Oh, yes, and Sharon, your bubble stream was awesome. I would like you to send us some of those papers because we don't want to do it. But we liked your results.
Hey, the thing is I wouldn't mind doing it, but that child downstairs will want to be involved, and it will be...
It will take forever.
A
It will be
nightmare.
A mess. It's just... I love her, but...
Yeah, I'm really
Maybe when she goes back to school. And we can then hide it and get it done.
Mommy,
Yes, baby.
are you not on the stream yet?
We are on the stream. She heard us talking about
What did she say?
it. She says, are you not on the stream?
All right, that's pretty good, but I'll probably just leave that alone for a little bit. But I want to show you the rest of my tags here. And you can see how I use the numbers. All right, well, that's not it.
Oh, Mary's going to have to break her rule
Her rule?
of just ordering once a month. I know, a lot of cool things kind of came out at once, which, we hadn't really... And we
See,
do...
look how good that's going to look, too. I kind of like that I've separated it, even though, there was a reason for it.
Mary, you may want to hold off for about another week. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Now, you should save that for Tuesday. Look at this.
I have a wiggly tooth.
Oh, yes, and she has a wiggly tooth. I forgot to tell them that because it's been kind of a hot mess morning.
It's right here.
Uh-huh, they can see it. Messing with it. Okay. Get back in there. Go check on your dad.
I can't wait to get Mariah's reaction to this.
Oh. Here, show me.
You ready?
Ready.
Oh,
I told her that I was like, you need to put Senor on there. El Senor Gato.
Oh, look at that little burger.
And that was the missing cat, Senor Gato. He was off wandering. Little did we know he was right. That's how cats are. Then they're just right there under the bed. And they're like, what is the problem?
Or
I was here the whole time.
They're sitting on your face while you're trying to sleep. And I found this downstairs. I was helping Izzy brush her teeth last night, and this was on the counter. And I said, where did this come from? She said, it's all right, Gigi, you can have it. Well, it was the reason it looks like this is because it was in 49 knots. That's how you get that effect. But isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
And this was quite the tag because I can't remember what happened. But see, this is where the other one was cut out.
Yes.
Because remember, we switched tags.
Yeah, but here, let me hold
And
your
then
drink.
check this out. Look at this.
Go over there.
I did this. This pocket wasn't here. And see, I'm going to have to... Oh, yes.
And then you have to go.
Bunny. Check that bunny out.
That's a good bunny. I wish you'd make it smaller. We could actually use these things in our books if you would make things a little bit smaller. Although we kept telling her to make things bigger, so we're sending
I
mixed
know.
signals.
And it used to be everything was like this size.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's like, it's on steroids.
Yeah.
And look here. I don't know who this is. This is from Christmas.
Okay, you need to
I don't
go.
necessarily like this side yet. It needs some more pink on it. But this side is okay for right now. Look how it repeats that. Isn't that wonderful?
That's all right. That's
And
her
then
Powsie
El
money.
Senor Gato goes right there.
Hey.
What's going on over there?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Here, hey, here's your water.
And then here's another page. Did I already show this one?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You haven't shown that.
Okay, this is the pocket's
She learned that from me.
kind of a little bit wonky.
I like that, though.
Yeah.
Did you
I
do
tried
that
to-
on purpose?
No.
I thought you did it on purpose. I wasn't
I
going to say
tried.
anything.
Tried to get it to even out here, but somehow or other that didn't.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I mean, come on, that's how I do things.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm not a big fan of words, and when I have words, you better be reading them because they have meaning.
Word.
Word. I don't know. I'll see if you can guess who this refers to. Great virtue, humble, who does all things. Several such points, harmonic unit.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How
So,
about
me,
that?
You, me.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Lori says, wait, does Pete do things on purpose? Yeah, sometimes.
Words.
Eddie would like to know, was Lady Bird involved?
No, I only. Oh my gosh. My cup is empty.
And no gnats.
Well, that could be. I think we have bourbon drinking gnats. I think they're a special variety that have arisen because I want you to watch this. The minute I bust Lady Bird out,
You're going to show up. That's so funny.
that's about a jigger. Gotta be careful. This cork pinches you. I like the idea of a cork. It's kind of like goats. Just give me a screw bottle.
Uh-huh. Oh,
It's
and
a
welcome,
lot, I do
welcome
a
to all
lot
y'all.
less damage to my.
Let me do the little welcome thing because we got some new people. And we are Tardo. Whack. It's been a little while since you've been in chat.
Who is this?
Hold on. I'm gonna look through my little book and see if she's still in here. Let's see. Or she'll just tell me.
What is it?
Um.
Are you surprising me?
Well, sort of, but for those of you that have popped in, please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back.
I'm trying to see what she's doing.
Well, I'm trying to remember.
Somebody.
Somebody, because
Is it
it's
okay
just
if I go ahead and talk
my poor little brain? Yeah. Hold
and
on.
show?
Hold on. I'm reading.
Just close.
And hello, Laura. Laura's here.
Laura.
People. Laura People. Mm-hmm. There we go. No, I don't have it in there anymore. I don't know why. That's weird. But anyways, yes, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already.
Thumbsies
And
upsies are good.
Leanne.
Leanne.
Guess that's her, the...
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I talk now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So here's I did line this one up pretty good. I mean, it's still a little off.
Well, I think at this point you should just purposely make them a little wonky.
Well, we don't have to worry about that much. That seems to happen quite frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you remember this tag? It said believe.
She's done some work.
I've done some major work on this, and I want you to appreciate it. And look at that, how that sorry ribbon just goes with that.
I love how you put the green grommet in there, or the, what do you call those? The
Oh, yeah, the rivet.
rivet.
They're not rivets.
I know,
but
that's what we
yeah,
call
you
them.
know what I'm talking
the
about.
little metal thing.
It split. I should have pounded on it, but something was going on and I couldn't pound. But there we go. So I tore some of those strips off, like Mariah does. And then I had this, and this was torn off from this. So I had to add a little bit more decoration to it because it wasn't quite enough there.
Yeah.
But I did a whole bunch of different kinds of asemic writing
Aren't
on
they
this
cool?
lime green.
I thought they looked very like monster movie. How you changed up the font and
Oh,
stuff. It's
yeah.
kind of monster movie or like even the
See how I
sideshow kind of
shaded
thing.
it down at the bottom? I know, I was pretty dead proud of myself on that. And that's a little
And
bit...
that would have been a stream itself, just her shading it. It would. You spent like a good couple hours
Oh,
messing with that.
messing with this, yeah. But I thought it was quite nice. And this was saved from something else. Oh, the other
packaging.
page that I stamped with my, this is my little stencil that we talked about last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so this one, here's the other part of that ribbon that was, you know, on, I think, Izzy. You know, she went through this stage that she was knotting everything. And she, you know, screwed up some perfectly good ribbon, but, you know, I think it works out really well for these tags. But see, look down here. What do we have there?
Numbers, numbers, numbers.
And then I think this is Carrie's.
Yeah, and I was telling Mary, yeah, you guys may want to wait just a few more days or until, you know, at least through next Sunday, because we're going to have some other new things coming out. Stencils, stamps, and whatnot. So you just may want to, you know, and it's July now, Mary.
Okay, so here's some little pieces that I had that I just glued down, and I love that messy uppy part. And then this is just from a gel print, tissue gel print. And then this is actually from my stencil, but I wanted to repeat the blue, and I just happened to have that little piece that was torn off from something else. And I glued it down. You can see here's another little piece, and here's another little piece to make a little corner there. And then I turned these into cherries and dancing branches.
Dancing branches or
Dancing branches and cherries and growth. Oh, and you know
you
what
could
I
say
should...
you got to knock a few cherries to
I need to...
get them down. Something like that.
Oh, well, these are dancing. You know,
Now,
sometimes...
did you base that on your stencil?
This is my stencil.
Well, maybe you should show that.
Oh, I don't really have an idea of where it might be right now.
You had them all together. I think it's
Well,
right.
I did have them all together at
Are
one
they
time.
right behind
but
you?
For God's sake, here it is.
Okay.
My goodness.
Hello, Louise.
The things, the asks that I have to
I know.
just... Okay, see those little jobbers? Let me see if I can line them up here.
So these are Dipsy Doodles, the strippers. This is the large version, and that's what she used to start out with there.
Well, I don't know how exactly they came about, but anyway, this is what I used. But you can see the little branches there and everything. Now I'm going to do some... Izzy loves motion marks.
She does.
See, you know they're dancing because there's
Hi, Sherry.
there's the music. Like that.
Oh, the color combo is already out. Yeah, Carrie put that video out. It's lime green and aqua.
Yeah, and that was what my thing over there was.
Yes.
Look at those cute little buggers.
I love it. Look at you with your little font typography.
Yeah. And it's kind of wiggly because it wasn't a very smooth piece of paper.
That's tricky.
And that's tricky. That gets tricky. But anyway.
So Kathy, or anybody looking for it, you should always be able to, whenever you go into the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group, at the very top of the feed, you will always see a featured area. There's a little scroll bar too, like it has a little arrow thing. And then like on mobile, like you're only going to probably see one thing at a time. But if you scroll it, we try to keep the most recent thing. Now, I have moved our video to the beginning of the featured, and part of the reason for that is that we have new people coming in, and I have it on auto hello. So each Friday we should be welcoming in new people, rather than me like just kind of doing it randomly. It's just going to happen every Friday. But then I wanted it right there at the top, so whenever they come into the group, they get the welcome video. So they kind of know what's going on, and you know our approach to how we operate makers, because that's important. But yeah, all the featured things. So any of our moderators or the people that are putting those things together are going to post that there, and it's going to be in the featured. Ooh.
Well, I just wanted to point out that this is middle C. And I think is that E?
Do you really know? I don't
E
know.
flat, yeah. Oh no, that's middle C. And then this is a rest.
Look at you knowing things. I was good at band.
Oh. Well, I took piano. I had to. They beat me and made me do it.
Did they?
This was some stamped tea bag stuff that I think Sharon sent.
Oh, it's the Cherry Festival in Michigan.
Oh, well, hoop-de-doo. There, you need the stencil to make you some dancing cherries. Yeah. I don't know. These guys are getting kind of flippy-floppy.
Mm-hmm.
I need to shove them down in there, but I want El Señor Gato to show. Because I just think that's cute as it can be. And see, this is Miriam's stencil that I put
Lemon
in.
biscuits.
And it needs a bit more glue here. My gluing is really...
Well, if you glue late at night, sometimes you miss things.
Okay, we'll shut this up and maybe it'll kind of force itself.
You want to show off my little book that I was working on yesterday?
I'll let you do that on Monday. You need something to do.
I'm going to show off. I have to show the Akiko book that she sent me, Cherish.
Yes.
And I'm going to call her Cherish Mary Poppins.
Now see, here's another page that I need to work on. And we might do that a little bit later. But I think I caught you up to date.
Wonderful.
On Fabulous. That's
She's
her name.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. And she's getting fabulouser.
As most of us do.
Oh, and here's the other.
No, she's not. Did you notice that, Sharon?
I've got what?
Sharon says she's not sharing her time. I'm like, yeah, she noticed that.
Not sharing.
I mean, what? 3 streams a week?
No, it's not that. It's because
She
she has
thinks
a
my
bunch
book is
of
dumb.
dippy stickers. Just, you know, she can do. But here, this is the Fat Rabbit. Orange Cauliflower Renegade. Contains cauliflower, broccoli florets, roasted something, peppers, edamame, carrots, topped, green onions, sweet orange, red and white quinoa. Hey, it's some dead gum good stuff. I highly recommend it. It's very interesting packaging, by the way. You know, this is the year of the rabbit. Yeah. All right. Oh, I do want to do a bit more stamping here.
There, I've dropped Akiko's Etsy shop in chat if you guys are looking for that. And what's funny is she's actually using, I think the picture that is her header is a picture from Fabulous.
And I wanted to share these with you because I just think they're so vibrant and beautiful. And I'm going to, one of these will be used for one of those tag things. But I'm going to do some more. I could do some stamping on it right
Yeah,
now.
oh, do that.
I can do that.
Do it.
And I've got this one. Look at this. This is a brayer off. Can you believe that?
Well, that happened the other day, and I said, hey, look at that. That's pretty cool. And that was from you using, so those are Sashiko circles.
Right. And then these are Miriam's.
Yes, and I was just
blocks.
Yes, blocked blocks, blocky blocks.
And I don't know why it came out like that. I guess it was because I was flipping and flopping. I got a lot of paint on that. But anyway, pull those. And then I think this is really wonderful too. And this was just, this was a flop off too. So I've got those. And we can do a little, I'm going to do stamping on these.
Missing blocks. Usually
Missing.
we say everything's broken.
Broken.
These are just missing.
Missing. It's missing something.
Missing Missy.
Oh, God.
So this is funny. So, because I mean, we've been looking for this cat really like 2 days because it like happened right after the stream. And so at one point, P's going up the stairs, and I said, "So it seems like we're having a real Missing Missy kind of situation here." I said, "And the sad thing is that you would probably think that was funny if you would have read that." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was stupid.
Those jumbo pads, I think, are available online. I got those at Michael's. And the best thing to do is get them on sale. But yes, I think I have seen them online as well.
No, I don't want to do that. I want it to be random. I'm going to use all different ones. And see, I kind of squished that around when I put it down. That's not a good idea. You need to try not to move your stamp around when you're stamping. I stamp over it if it isn't good enough the first time. And you can see, I love it when it's kind of coming out, some of the black from the earlier, when I was doing the black. I really like this red. And I'll show you what color it is here in just a moment. Because we bought a re-inker that went with it. Look at how this is working out. I couldn't do that again in 100 years.
Okay, so since we're doing numbers and whatnot, this is kind of fun. All right. If you have 5 choices.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What is the number of ways to arrange those 5 objects?
Oh my God. That just
You're melting down.
Stresses me out. I don't want to talk about that.
120. I had to Google it. I couldn't remember how to do that math. But basically 120 different ways to arrange them.
Well, there you go. I was just dying to know that. Now,
Yes, they are individually available. Let me give y'all a link. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to do something because I've got numbers on this one. And I think, don't I have letter stamps from somebody?
Yes. Grandfathers. Now, I don't. In stamps, I think that's only the numbers. I don't think we've done grandfather letters in stamps. So it would only be a stencil. But you could poink.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you wanted to stamp. Well, you have the numbers in the stamps. So, but they're different. They're the chunky numbers. It's a whole different font, size, and everything.
I think I'm going to do... Let's see what we got here, folks. Shh. Oh, I was going to tell you what color that was. I think it's a really good idea
that's
to
what
buy
she's asking.
re-inkers at the same time you buy your stamper thing. This is vermilion. And it's Ranger. You can see it's been re-inked a whole bunch of times. Now, the jet black, we got 2 of those, and that's a good idea. The VersaFine Claire, I use this with one of the other ones that I have. That's kind of blue. But I really like, you know, the whole, like, I think red and black are just such good.
Well, yeah, it kind of goes with everything.
I think it does. It's like a neutral.
And certainly in the Akiko journal, Fabulous, those are very prominent
Yes.
colors that, you know, those are the good for the anything that's text or font or, you know, anything like that. It really makes it pop. That's what I'm trying to say. Words.
I would really like for us to have some stamps that are letters.
Okay.
Y'all, don't you think that'd be a good thing? Because I'm really needing that
Yeah.
right now.
Sometimes we just don't know these things until we know
I
them.
would, but I don't want to have to, I don't know where it is. I mean, I don't know where the numbers are.
The
They're
letters.
the letters.
I'm telling you, there's something in the air today.
All right. Well, we've got some, okay, stars. I wanted to pull stars
Now, here's
out.
something. You have a simic, which is writing like. But that's a different feel, a different style than like a,
True.
you know. But if you did want more writing. Plus, we then do have the Froil, which I don't know if you have one of those. Yeah, you do. Don't you have one of the, her scripty writing one?
Oh, yeah, I do.
So we do have
Hot
some writing.
diggity, 'cause
but
I
I
think-
do think that we should do the grandfather letters as a stamp as well.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I'm really liking this rabbit. I think I'm going to put that rabbit in somewhere because we've already got the rabbit theme going.
Mm-hmm.
Bye,
Becky.
I might want a jumping rabbit. I don't know. I'm probably going to go for the sitting rabbit, but who knows? Let's keep those out. I don't want any seahorses right now. Maybe a moon.
Oh, and Julie Torrance gets her re-inkers directly from Ranger, so they're fresh. That was kind of a good little tip.
Oh. Where'd we get ours?
I think scrapbook.com.
Ah.
Because they actually had the bluish, because there for a while, well, I mean, when I was looking for them, it may be in stock now, but that one particular blue, remember, I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, and that's why we went with the
Yeah, and Scrapbook had that one
Violet.
plus, yeah, something else that we wanted, so I just went through them.
here's another one of my little Stampy Poos. We'll try that one out. You gotta make those. We don't sell those.
What's that? Oh, the little,
Yeah.
the wrappy bits. Yeah, you got to get the nested circles, and then it has an inner part that we send along with it, and then that's how she made most of those kind of funky little stamps that she has. Right? Is that the one we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I sure hope so.
Mm-hmm. 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 All right. So let's do some.
Oh, and Lynn says Simon Says Stamps carries all the Ranger and VersaClaire products.
Who does?
Simon Says Stamp. It's like another website.
Oh, okay. Well, these are just little end pieces that I rescued out of the trash.
We try to hide that stuff from her.
But every now and then I do take out the trash. Well, I don't like that. That's wiggly.
But you could actually cut up the ones that come with the nested circle and create that situation. Because they vary in size. You just have to see how she has them rubber banded together.
Well, this one I actually cut out. I
Oh,
took an X-Acto knife and cut it out. Makes kind of cool little, you know, zebra-y.
Yeah.
Oh, I swear to God, if I get this on my brand new Virgin paper here. I'm going to be really PO'd. Seems to be stamping better from this side. Just
Oh, yeah.
see, look at that. It's not just
Sharon would like the goddesses and the firebirds and stamps. We can do that.
Absolutely.
I think in the... I don't know if we want to do 2 sizes. We need to talk to Brad about that. He's been playing with some settings on there, just tweaking, like, really, like, what the detail we can get and be very consistent about that, because it's always the hardest part. You know, sometimes we can get something cut once, for sure, but being consistent with it.
It's porcelain.
It's porcelain. Hi, Lisa.
And look how cool that looks.
That looks very cool. And
That's
fits with
definitely-
the journal. Or the book.
It does. Now, she uses stars in hers too. They're not the same as these, but.
She has like a more 5-point star, right? Versus twinkle star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, Lori. Yes, and good luck.
There we go. I like that. I like that a lot, and I think that will work for what we're doing.
I like it.
Okay, now before I get all carried away here.
And this is just a really big pad of the Ranger archival ink.
Yeah. Always,
Maxine.
always, you know, if you're stamping something, go ahead and give yourself some stamped tissue paper.
Yeah, if you got
You'll
the
be
stuff out.
happy because then you won't have to drag all this crap back out
Stuff.
and, you know, facilitate something that. But I like to have this handy. So when I'm stamping, I just go ahead and stamp a whole
Cheap.
bunch of different stuff so that I don't have to drag it back out and clean off my area. All right, that's good to go.
I love that stamp.
I do too.
I love that stencil.
Yes, and I've got part of the thing with Mariah making my hidden paper clips was I was going to gel plate her some stars in custom colors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wished I really had some.
Yeah, you gotta kind of hold the bunny like that to get...
Some cheap tissue paper.
That's something to keep in mind, you know, with the foam stamps, especially the larger they get, you've got to make sure that you're inking up the whole thing. Now, if you have the little pad and you're doing the whole all the way across, I think it's almost easier, but when you have a big stamp pad and
There, I got
pressing
him.
it.
Boy, right on the edge there.
Yeah,
huh?
you did.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can.
P is working smarter, not harder. Look at her doing this. Time saving.
All right, this is some tissue paper.
The bunny's by Paula. I'll put a link. It's also the year of the rabbit. Plus the rabbit, if you buy the set or whatever, it comes with the little moon, which is also part of Fly Me Over the Moon. And the moon and sun and moon, which so if you're doing the swap.
Okay, this is cheap tissue paper.
What does that have on it? Little polka dots?
Little polka dots. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to see.
Okay. I'm going to put in a link.
Oh, look how cute that looks. Now this sticker is still sticky. Because this is the tissue paper that works when you use your water pen.
Yeah.
Remember, when you first start your stamp, sometimes it takes you a few to get a good...
What do they call it? prepped.
You need to.
What's the word?
Yeah, you need to warm it up.
Warm it up.
Warm it up. Don't go with a cold stamp.
What do they call it? It's like primed.
Primed.
You need to get it all primed up. There we go. Thank you. Conditioned it. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, this re-inker stuff just opened up whole new horizons for me. I was like, oh my God, they make such a thing?
That's
I
brilliant.
mean, that's a really brilliant idea. Whoever thought of that?
I'm very happy for this, you know.
All right, now we'll probably get a little better results here.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, the rabbits are awesome. Yes, and the priming goes for gel plates too.
Ain't that the
Oh,
truth?
no, I did not. Has Pete tried stamps with acrylic paint? No, she won't do it. It is very easy to clean off the acrylic paint. She hasn't gotten there yet. We talk about it.
We talk about it.
But Carrie has done his, and he has a brilliant... I even clipped it and shared it. Because it was such a nice little concise way of saying, all right, here, if you're going to use your foam stamps, make sure you have a little, either a bath for them or a wet cloth. He has a wet cloth off to the side and sets them on there so that way the paint doesn't dry, and then you wash them. I hate telling her.
I just don't want to do that.
She just doesn't want to do it. Sugar biscuits. But see, that's the little crescent moon. Comes with the bunnies. If you buy the set.
Yeah. Okay, that's some cool stuff.
Or if you just want the moon. Or if you just want the bunnies. You know. It's all an option.
Okay. Well, we've got polka dotted paper. Oh, I think that's pretty cool. Got some rabbits over here. Let's do some red stars.
Oh, well, see, that's brilliant. Eddie says he uses an old takeout container with the lid. Then he has the water in it to cover it up so that way it's easy, it's not messy and can transport to the sink. That's a brilliant idea. We have a few of those.
Well, I may do it someday, but I'm just not motivated to do it right now.
I like it when I know some people are probably like, oh my God, you know, cross-contaminated your ink pad, but I think it actually looks really cool whenever it does that. Like, especially see the first couple that she did has still the black with it. It's fancy.
Bunny's running through the stars. Now, actually, I want a good red rabbit.
I am also structurally lacking.
What?
So no worries, Eddie. He apologized that his sentence is lacking in structure. I'm like, it's fine. Part of it is my brain. and Yolande said that Eddie, he has a birthday pass. Since yesterday was his birthday. Yes, the cross-contamination of colors adds variety. Good note. Good note, Sharon.
I need to re-ink this.
Oh. Silver Granny, Lynn, she uses her stamps for both inks and paints. She's gotten in the habit of cleaning the stamps right after using. She uses a natural soap spray and chamois cloth to clean them. Now, see, that's smart because, especially with these foam ones, anything that's got anything linty will definitely stick to them. So, good call on that. Yeah, Froyle used the, what is it? The iridescent bronze, I think, or some very shiny metallic-y. I don't know if she said. She probably did. But what she did is she just rolled it onto the little gel plate.
Mm-hmm.
And then stamped it and then stamped over. Because then that way you're not getting, because you don't want a ton of paint on there because it's going to gook it up. And you're not going to get a clean. So you need some kind of pad, stamping pad situation. So the gel plate works perfectly.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you happy stamping?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Iridescent bronze, fine. Yeah, that was the color.
You know, I don't really know that I want this to be like this.
Like you might use that elsewhere.
As is. But I can always, and it's not going to be anything damaging anyway, because if I tear it up, I can still use this separately from this.
Oh, hey, Barbara.
You know? I mean, I think it's like a win-win. Now, what did I do with my other little print here? Oh, I already did it. Okay. So we've got this one, we've got this one, and we've got this one, and I think this needs something big and black on it. Maybe I should do my stars, big and black stars.
And if you hear the heavy breathing over there, that's the dog that has her nose stuck up against the wall and is, you know, snoring. I'm fine. She just woke up, was like... Yeah, this is a fantastic color. Yeah, and the small nail brush or toothbrush does help, but I would say be very, very careful with that, because some of these do have
Make sure that they're soft. It's just
soft.
your ultra soft toothbrush.
Yeah.
I think you'll be just fine. Okay, I'm thinking that these are going to be good.
That's wild and crazy, and I love it.
Got lots of material here to add to my new tags that I'm going to build for Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how this works.
Good call, Paul.
What?
So she still isn't doing it, y'all. Maybe next time. We'll keep at her.
I don't have my setup. I'd have to set up.
Well, and I think you need to practice it, you know, not on stream, so that way you don't, you know, you know what you're getting yourself into.
My big problem is gooing up my stamps, and I don't want to do that.
Right.
Because sometimes it takes me a little while to get replacement parts. You know, especially if there are people that ordered things I'm like on the back burner.
Yeah, and stamps are one of those things, like it takes longer to cut the stamps than the stencils. Because we have one machine versus 4.
I know that those are together. Now I'm putting my stamps away, because if I don't, it just turns into stars.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate this black one because I'm always trying to open the clear part.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What?
Rhonda says that we should, so we even have some IMPPs, like, that you could practice with. And we could kind of test it out and see how it goes. Got lots of dragonflies. Dragonflies took a little while to master the
You
cut.
have lots of those.
Yes, I do. We might take some of those to Baltimore to give out to people.
Oh, IMPPs?
Mm-hmm. Did you hear the grumble over there? I'm glad that you had the stamped off things with the stamps. That worked out really well.
Well, I use it for reference, and I would highly recommend that, you do that. Especially on something where it's so tiny that you have a hard time, like, okay, now let me see, which one was that?
Mm-hmm.
And you stamped it and it's the wrong one.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think that that's a really good idea.
Mm-hmm. What's next?
Well, I still have to put the rabbits away.
Okay.
Just-
They don't magically
Calm
just go
down.
back into their...
They don't. They haven't learned their home yet. They're working on it, though. Bless their heart.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, I love the rabbits, the moons, and the stars. They are a awesome trio.
Be careful with those boogers. They'll pinch you. And I've got some more things that I want to do, but I'm very excited about this tissue paper.
Yeah. And then remember, the other nice thing about, like, once the ink is dried, which it should dry pretty quickly, especially these archival inks into the tissue paper when it's just direct like that, you can spray them, you can then gel print them, or you can just glue them down. And as Carrie said, something to keep in mind is that if you're using the wet strength tissue, number one, it's harder to tear because you can't do the little wet technique. And it takes a little extra prep to get it, and it is a little bit more opaque. Less transparent.
Less transparent. It really, honestly, is. Okay, I'm going to put these with the rest of my papers.
Sharon says she's putting stuff away. She does. She's good with their stamps because they can't just be out here because they'll just get everywhere.
No, I'm very careful with those because they're kind of precious. I ask for things sometimes and I don't get them right away, but all right. Let's see what we have. What do we have on the plate? Oh, yay. Looky here.
Ooh.
Now, the reason I want to pull this is because I think this is going to be a very good one.
One other point I wanted to make. Sorry.
Okay.
Because real quick. So as far as the stamps, keep in mind, if you're stamping over the acrylic paint, it's going to take longer.
It is, and it also smears a lot easier.
Yeah.
You need to be very careful about putting it down because it will slide.
Now, of course, that depends on, again, like, what type of ink you're using. But, like, the archival, its main purpose is to go, like, into paper. And it dries pretty much like that. But on top of the ink, or on top of the paint.
Yeah, and if you're using brayer offs, another thing to remember is if your brayer off is grainy.
Hey, Cam.
You're not going to get a crisp image with your stamps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not going to scoot on you because, obviously, There's that. Okay, so let's turn this over. All right, this is going to show through.
Yeah, let us know, Sarah.
But I think this is going to be really a cool thing to use, and I'm definitely pulling this with tissue paper. And I was thinking maybe yellow.
Yeah.
It has to be a light color.
I like that idea. Your bright yellow,
Or I could go orange and really intensify this.
Now then you're going to go really Halloween-y. I think if you at least add the yellow to it, it's going to at least make it more fun. And
I was noticing that.
Yeah.
So something might. I'd be careful with that. All right, are we going to go with this yellow or this yellow?
Oh, hot tip here from Sherry. It is not the amount of pressure when stamping, but the amount of time it is left to sit and soak into the paper. Yes.
Well, I will keep that in mind, and I think that's definitely true if you're using it just on paper. But I think, using it on already painted.
Well, yeah, and sometimes you're going to have that nice slicky surface, which it'll stamp a nice, clean image. But keep in mind, it's going to take a little longer for it to actually dry. So you don't want to get all smudgy with it.
Yeah. Smudgy.
Smudgy. Oh, Lynn says that she always counts to 10 while pressing her stamps onto the paper.
Oh.
And I have noticed that too. Whenever I do the little tester stamps, like to do the photos and then, you know, all that business, I've been getting better at my stamping. And I do that. I do that little hold down. And not a lot of pressure. Because especially with the foam, it spreads it out. And the smaller ones really, like, will get gushy. And you want to sort of add a little bit more pressure to the middle on the bigger ones. Some little, you know, there's an art to it.
I think there is anything. And, you know, I just never really thought about that.
Right, you just
now,
think,
I'm
I'm
really
gonna stamp.
pushing this in because I put that on with heavy body paint. So it really does have a bit of a surface.
I like that. See, that's way more fun than if you would have gone with the orange, then it would have just been all Halloween-y.
Well, and I think it would have looked like, oh, well, you didn't color it the first time, so you had to go back through.
Did you feel like you missed something?
That's the kind of thing that I... All right, now here's a red one. And this is actually, I think this is stencil butter. But look at that wonderful grunge we've got going on there.
Hold that up into the technology so they can get it real good and then give us a little twist so that way you can kind of... You think that's stencil butter? I don't think that's stencil butter.
It is stencil butter.
Oh.
It's leftover stencil butter.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not very thick.
It isn't very thick. It was from, I don't know what I was doing. But I'm kind of liking this yellow. But I think I'm going to go with, like, the quinacridone. Just because I want it to stay a little on the grungy side. And you will notice that Akiko really, her colors are all pretty clear.
Very primary to secondary.
Very, yeah, they are. And that's not my...
Yeah, she likes the, then, what is it, is it tertiary?
I'm going with anything that's neutralized.
You know, like a couple generations down, muddying the waters.
Muddy waters.
Less
Okay.
chroma.
Now, I'm going to allow that to dry, and I want you to see why. Do you see around the white around the little shapes there?
My way. Now come back your way. Whoop, perfect.
Do you see that? Mm-hmm. That's not going to pull that.
Mm-mm. It's going to leave some stuff behind, especially with the stencil butter.
Especially with the stencil butter. And this is this is a light body, of course. It's the fluid acrylic. Mm-hmm. But that's not to worry. And number one, it dries super fast. And number two, I can pull this with some of my you know, I really kind of like those little divot things that show up every now and then.
Okay, you can pull it with your what?
Lucas Krill, sorry. I know.
You
I
squirreled on that.
halfway up the tree and I saw a nut on the ground.
A goober on the brayer.
Goober on the brayer. Oh, a nut on the ground to some of us. Okay, so we're going to use old Lucas Krill here.
Lucas pulls.
Lucas pulls. I told Mariah the other day, I said, you know, I think I need to remix some of this because Lucas is kind of separating.
Yeah.
And it ain't on Lucas. It's on...
Yeah, the mixture.
The mixture.
Yeah, it does some funny things. April, Akiko is the maker of that book that P is working in right now. And then if you come back on Monday, I will be working in the one that she sent me. Because she makes fabulous, beautiful journals. And then we are turning the journals then into just artist books. Because we don't really write and do... I mean, we write things, but there's a separate book for...
I forgot to read you my quotations on the back of some of my cards.
Well, we can do that at the end here. Got 30 minutes.
Okay. Well,
or get that down, and then you can go back to that.
Yeah. Trying to keep my palette knife reasonably sanitary. Mm-hmm. Oh, crap. I should have left it dry a little bit longer. It's all right. It will work.
It will pull.
It will pull.
I kind of like the mix.
Well, it definitely got a mix.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Legia.
You know, it's so funny because a lot of these I just always pull them with the hammer mill because I forget I've got little pieces cut over here and I really could cut those in half.
Yeah.
And I think Mariah ordered me, oh man, look at that.
It should be here on the 7th. And I'm glad I ordered it when I did. That's something to keep in mind, like, as far as the Carnival wet strength tissue, is that I think if you order the 10 sheets, it comes very quickly because they have it in the distribution centers here in the States because it's from the UK. But if you order the larger quantity, which is like the 480 sheets of, you know, the big sheets,
It has to come all the way from wherever. Its original home.
The UK.
Okay, that needs to render. Oh, why are you not going in there? I've got...
Oh, yes, and that is a good idea about the foam stamp.
Nun syndrome.
Thank you for that, Sherry, about putting that on the stamps. If you have, like, the blocks, or you could even use the ones that, if you have the smaller plates, use those for the bigger stamps.
Okay, I'm pulling something off here because I really need this for, and this is really going to be a nice one, too.
Oh, Paula's came from Germany for Carnival. Well, they must have a distribution center there.
That would make sense.
Yeah. It is heavy. Kathy B says, eat your Wheaties before moving that 480 sheet box of Carnival. It is heavy. And then when you pull the whole thing out,
And it just,
it's wiggly.
yeah. We clean off the downstairs,
Yes.
the dining room table in order to facilitate, yeah. No. Don't do that. I don't know. I'm going to tear this up anyway. I don't know why I'm being so
Precious.
careful here.
So this is the Sashiko Circles. That's a stencil. And then layered in with the O's from Paula. The Sashiko Circles are one of the PM Artist Studio stencils, and it is an exclusive right now. At the end of July, it will go to the regular open to everybody.
I think that just looks so
I love that.
cool.
And that will go well in the book.
It will go well in the book. It will definitely go well in the book.
And you got good crackle left.
I've got some good crackle left. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out here. Oh, I told you about. Might go ahead and put that down right now.
Oh yeah, we showed those the other day. So these are the newest, you know, the revamped version or the, you know, Franken version of the crackle.
All right, now I'm going to use this one
Separate stencil in the shop.
just because I don't know. And I might come in and take out some more of the big areas. I don't know.
Oh, yes, Miriam, and I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. So yeah, you need to be a member of the Mucky Muck or Loverly in order to purchase any of the exclusive stencils. So, you can either, you know, sign up for a month and just get the ones that you want, or if you want to be a long-time member, that's always, you know, you can get additional savings. You can do like a 3-month, I think a 3-month, do we have it as 3, 6, and a year? Something like that. But over on the members page, it tells you all the options and the various savings that you get on top of that, or wait until it opens up to what we call Gen Pop, which then it opens up to the full store. And then, yes, make sure you're logged in. So if you've signed up, make sure you're logged in.
All right, I'm going to try to do 2 things with one thing here.
Yeah.
This is kind of tricky, folks. But I've got this really pretty orange and yellow brayer off over here.
Yeah, those of you that are members, keep in mind, like, probably the best thing to do is when you come to the website is to log in. Then that way you have access not only to your Arty perks, because then your pricing will change based upon whatever level, but then you have access to your wish list and all of that, because it doesn't know that until you have logged in.
I'm not pulling that anyway. I want to.
Ooh, that looks cool. But don't let that sit there too long.
I don't want to. I want to pull it with something else.
That's cool. Very smart.
Look at that.
Now that's a flop off.
That's a flop off.
On a brayer off.
Flop off on a
That's
brayer.
a double off.
That's a double off. And
It's like gymnastics. We have to, name the different, techniques and the different, Yes, the both old and new Crackle are available. You can see the differences. If you just search on the site Crackle, then you'll be able to see them side by
and
side.
that paint's drying as I'm
Oftentimes too.
muddling about here. I'm down to my last little.
I want to have a set over here if you.
You do? I just put some water on them because they get kind of dry at the bottom. All right, let's see if we can.
Oh, that is, and it's perfect kind of for the aqua challenge. Well, the yellow's yellow, but here's the thing. When you mix the yellow with the aqua, you get closer to that kind of lime greeny. If there's a suggestion of it. How about that?
Oh, my. That was just effing brilliant.
Y'all, if y'all want to give, happy faces and parades in the chat, I'd be okay with that. Or just thumbsy upsies.
Thumbsy upsies.
Thumbsy upsies.
I'm doing two things here. I'm getting my white edges taken care of.
Okay.
Getting some more stuff going on out here on the my actual, print that I have down.
Yes, optical blending for the win. Thank you, Acme. That's a very good way to describe it.
And I love how, look at when you push that down into that little orangey business going on there.
I love that.
And plus I've got my stencil cleaned off. Not that I really need to because there's not a lot of little teeny, well there are some teeny spots, but for the most part they're pretty open. And I wouldn't worry about that becoming a...
It was a very easy one to make the new one from because it was like we already knew that it had gone through the...
Yeah.
the motions of being cleaned up.
Give this a little bit of... I mean, this is how I do spraying.
Side swiping. Oh, careful with that though. You're gonna end up with some wonkiness on your brayer.
Don't want to miss that lovely orange spot there. Don't want to mess that up because that's like gold. Just chuckling about that. That's my eyebrow pencil. Which I really want to talk to these people about designing this stuff. Why would you design something that has a lid and is so flippin' slick that you cannot even get it to come off?
Yeah.
Because most of the time my hands, I have lotion on.
Well, or some type of, like the makeup stuff makes it you're slippery.
I need some grippy stuff on there. I need some heavy duty, like
texture.
Tool
Grip.
You know, that stuff that you put on tools to make it turn easy.
Yeah.
Or something. Not some cute little
Sexy thing.
slick surface that's...
I need my makeup to look and feel more utilitarian.
Exactly.
That's where
I
I'm
think
at.
that would be a whole... I mean, you know, we just probably have a whole idea here for a marketing thing.
Yeah.
No,
This is not about being sexy. This is about maintaining.
This is about handicapped people and old people who
Just
don't have good grip. Or we could just market some little thing that you just, you know, little
some after thing, like a finger cot.
prophylactic.
Yeah, finger cot type situation with the little, you know.
Well, I could probably even, you know, rig that.
Yeah.
See?
Pencil grips. I don't know if they're big enough. Because it's kind of a fatter. I guess maybe if they have pencil grips for the bigger.
Fatter pencils?
Or is it just that grip tape? You could just put a little bit of grip tape on it.
Well, that's what I need.
Okay.
I've grip taped. We have these
I loved Wham.
turny light bulb things and so I just wrap them with wrong way with masking tape so it creates kind of a grippy thing. But then it's going to be sticking to all my pencils and other stuff in my bag.
Yeah, I mean, you solve one problem, create another.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's what goes. Money than your clothes. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's pull this. We're letting our... Oh, this looks promising. From this side, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to go with the turquoises, the blues. This looks like this has got a little red in here. That's good.
Seems like then everybody could, you know, kind of, you could really get your whole day out of the way running your errands at the hardware store and, you know, you don't really need to. I find the makeup stores a bit intimidating. And sometimes the people there, I feel, are a little judgy. And I don't like that.
I totally feel that they're judgy. And I'm like, you know, bitch, you wouldn't have a job if I wasn't here.
Word.
Well, this looks like the Target got splattered with some of the...
Something happened. We just don't know what.
We don't know what. But maybe the arrow...
Something got harmed.
Maybe the arrow sliced his arm. Because look, he's got a directional flow here. Here. I just love it. I really love this a lot. I'm going to have a hard time tearing that one up because I just think
you're
it's...
like, no, I like that as is.
Like it as is.
Hey, we can glue that one down and put it on a nice sheet and put it in the to be matted.
I mean, isn't it?
It's a good one.
It's a good one, and it's very
really
op art.
It's so cool too because like you have, I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but there's
Yeah, the C stencils in the background.
so that's the hexagonal lotus, the small one
Small one.
in the background.
That was and it was a flop off.
Well, it was what was left over. It
Oh,
was
it left
so it's
over
actually
after a pull.
Right, so it's the very first thing, actually, and that's why you're seeing it. And then you came in with the sashiko with the black or gray or red. Actually, I think that was kind of that Van Dyke business, wasn't it? Maybe.
I don't think it's not black. I don't really.
But then the wrinkles were left along with the hexagonal.
The wrinkles were already on there from a prior.
Yeah.
Whatever was red.
And actually, there might even be kind of two left behind layers.
Oh.
I don't know that they were left at the same time.
No, of course they weren't. Yeah, because we got some kind of smooshy gold stuff over here. Yeah, this is definitely an archaeological dig.
Hold it up a little bit again into the thing so that way they can kind of really appreciate those things that we're talking about. Because I don't know if that comes across like directly on the screen as well.
I don't think it probably does.
Rhonda says it could be a tribal sacrifice. It could have been. I told her that she needed to put all her virgin stencils into a pile. And then that way we could just say, grab it from the virgins.
I do have quite a few. Now, some of them
Speaking of sacrifices.
I have duplicates of. Okay, I definitely want this to go into the show and tell thing today because I think that is absolutely stunning. I'm going to have a little swig of coffee and then a little swig of...
Oh, goodness. She's getting caffeine and a little, booze.
Mmm.
It's a good Sunday morning.
I used to love, what is the Godiva liqueur?
Oh, it's a Godiva. It's like a chocolate liqueur.
Oh, yeah. And
Kind of
coffee?
Baileys-like-ish. Isn't that kind of...
Mommy, are you done?
No, we got 15 more minutes. You want to show them your pineapple? We worked hard on that last night, didn't we? How did it get smaller?
She was quite the little...
We need to make it bigger again. Okay, here. You gotta dip your head in there.
I don't know what's wrong with that blue. Okay, well let's do a...
Okay.
This is for
I'll let you
Mariah.
know when we're done, okay?
This is my part of the hidden paper clips that
She wants to come help you.
She wants to come help me?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want
You
to
gonna
do,
help
baby?
pick out some colors? Okay, well they all need to be blue.
Okay.
Because this is mine.
Okay.
They all have to be blue.
They have to be blue. And your mom wants dark blue. So we're
Yes.
going to pull in some purple, which is very, very... And then we're going to pull in some of this blue with these two together.
Can we do this one?
We can do that, a little squirt of that also. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Now we have to get the... Do you need to pee?
No, I would pee.
Okay, well, why are you wiggling?
I'm just dancing.
Oh, okay.
She's excited.
Because I went downstairs and I peed, and then I wanted to come up here, so I came up here.
Oh, you're
Oh.
sneaking out so your daddy...
It's all right, honey. We're just about to the end
Yeah.
of the road here. And I love
Can the
having...
next one be for me?
Can the next one be for you?
Maybe.
Well, let's see. What's your idea?
Pinks and yellows. Just pinks and
Pinks and yellows? I like that idea. I've been doing a lot more pink and yellow here. I have been.
Oh,
See,
goodness.
look at my pile back there. And look at that one down there. Look at the circles over there. Yeah.
I'll show
Oh, and then Eddie had said that that last one looks like a piece of carpet from The Shining.
What? Hey, lasering my paint.
I'm trying to laser it. I'm trying to cut
that's
it.
funny.
So they can be-
Okay, here we go, Isabella.
Woo! Nighttime,
Ooh.
nighttime, nighttime,
Nighttime, nighttime,
Nighttime,
nighttime, nighttime.
nighttime, nighttime.
She's very into repeating things.
See, we have to make the stars disappear.
I know, I was
Then we
thinking
know
that
that the
too, Eddie.
stars have been saturated with paint. See that? I'm making them go away.
It's very, very
nighttime
important.
stars.
Whoa!
Right.
Dadgummit, I gotta clean that up quick, Isabella. On my paper here.
Here, come here, Izzy.
Can you go get some of those wipies?
Here, grab that and then clean up. Well, Gigi's arm's in the way, but once she's there, you go. Look at that. Careful with the plate. There you go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Teamwork
whoa,
makes
whoa,
the dream
whoa,
work,
whoa.
y'all.
All right, can you back off for just a minute here?
gonna
You know
go-
what I'm gonna do, Mariah? I'm gonna wait and pull this with another color.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
But look at that.
Woo!
Whoa.
Flip
Put it
it,
up to the
flip
left.
it.
Flip it. Flip it. Whoa. That's cool.
I'm so excited about this. And I think that's a really fantastic idea because if you put even another, pull it with Prussian.
You know what we should
But
do?
see here, can you see the little areas around the stars there?
It needs
where it
another
hasn't
go.
grabbed in there. That's the trick to getting them off. They will stay on. And I mean, it's okay because you can like.
Hey, Gigi. We can put, if we put that, like,
Here, what you do with your
here.
wipies? God dang it, baby, you missed one. Gigi just got cleaned up here. And it works better when they're wet.
Yeah, true that.
Okay. We're all ready. Hold that.
Oh, goodness.
Keep that in your hand. Okay? Here we go. I think we're going to... I liked that. I liked the way that looked. Didn't you, Mariah?
I
Pink
did.
and yellow for me.
Let's do it
No,
again.
this is Mommy's. We haven't gone...
We got to do one more blue one, and then you guys can get nutty with some pink and purple or rainbows and stuff.
Pink and yellow.
See what I'm doing here? I'm cleaning off the edge of that got stuck down because that's some paper there. I'd rather have it a negative space than a positive.
When are we going to take that off?
We're not going to take it off. Nay, nay. Okay, I liked it. We're going to go with the same plan.
Can we use a different blue? A different blue.
It has to be dark blue. And I think adding the purple was brilliant.
Yes.
I think we should use this blue.
I think that's a little light, baby.
Mommy,
Yeah.
is this blue good?
As Gigi said, I think it's a little light. And it's more transparent than the others, so you gotta, it gets tricky.
Yeah, it does.
No. Okay, we'll do that one.
Smalt.
Love some schmalt.
Smart.
I think it might be interesting.
Wow.
Especially mixed in. You wouldn't want to necessarily, for what I'm wanting and the idea of this whole thing, schmalt on its own wouldn't be ideal.
No.
But mixed in,
And I'm going to use a little bit more than I would normally use because it runs thin.
Can I roll?
You can say.
She wants to
no,
roll.
no.
you can only do off-camera rolling. You have not.
I need Big Bertha.
Whoa.
Dana says you three maybe need to be separated. Yes. There are definitely some days for sure. What is the bubble in the business there?
I don't know. I think it's defective.
I don't want to hold this the whole time.
What? You don't?
No.
Well,
Why
what
not?
are you going to do? That's helping me.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Picking out the colors?
Well, you know what? I think I could. I think I can pretty well do that by myself. I need for you to be helpful in another.
See, you're working from the bottom, baby. Sometimes when you start a job, you got to do the yucky things that nobody else
You
wants
got
to
to do
do.
the grunt stuff.
And then, if you prove yourself,
You get a better job.
that's right.
Keep that in mind. All right, Mariah, do you think this is good?
I do. It's looking pretty covered. I love that.
Show the back. Show the back.
Well, we want to get.
And I think, again, you want to just leave this and pull it with something else.
You think so?
I say,
'Cause it's
good job.
I think I can pull it.
Okay.
I say, good job.
Hey, watch out there. Let's
Okay.
see. Let's see.
Dun, 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 dun. Can I help? Can I help?
Oh, not
This
with
is
that.
what it's like
Can I-
most days.
Hey,
Some
whoa,
former.
here.
Yeah, you got to do it with a napkin, you see.
Now, very nice. Circular motion. There you go.
Hey, nicely done, Isabella.
Okay, hey, whoa,
This
whoa.
should
Get-
be my job.
Now, watch out. Don't grab up into the paint.
No, that's all right. She does. We're not going to be using that anyway.
There.
All right, now, I'm going to come back through with this slightly damp. And really to see how I'm getting down in there, so making the white go all the way where the flowers are. Well, that's how you make it,
Yes.
you make it grab those flowers.
Wait, those are flowers?
Well, they're stars.
whatever, you know.
Flower stars.
Things with legs,
Okay.
They do. These are very leggy.
pointy things. All right, are you ready for the turnover?
Yeah.
Do you see any?
Turn it over.
Do you see any that I've?
Turn it over.
Just we're double checking here.
This is the time when, like, just
Yeah,
overlooking something
if you
can
don't
really
do
mess it up.
this step correctly, you
Uh-huh.
are.
Whoa.
It's got some cool wrinkles in there. Those wrinkles are going to probably stay. I'm okay with that. I think that's going to be cool. I can always come back and fix that with spray as well.
Absolutely.
All right, you got 6 minutes if you want to do something purple, pink, and, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
for-
Miss Isabella, since she's been very helpful.
She has been, and very patient.
Yes,
And she hasn't whined
terribly.
terribly, loudly.
She's doing really well on the whole no whining.
All right.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Okay.
Like, it's hard.
How about this one for the
Ooh.
stencil?
And then can I pick one?
Well, okay. No, just pick one. Which
You got,
one?
yeah, 5 minutes. You want that?
You want circles? Well, that's kind of boring. I'll flop it around. Okay.
Pick your
I'll
colors.
go for that.
All right.
Okay. Now, pink. She wants pink and what?
Pink and yellow and purple.
Yeah, and don't spin that too fast.
No, we're not doing pink, yellow, and purple. We'll do 2 colors. This
Why
is a
not
small plate.
I know pink, yellow, and purple.
I know, but that it kind of turns into brown.
One.
And we're going to do some flipping and flopping here.
Okay.
It isn't good.
Pick a pink.
That's not pink.
I like it.
Okay. Don't argue with her. Really, if we want to get through this.
God, those are ugly colors.
I'll leave.
She'll leave. Oh, well.
Yeah, promises,
I will
promises.
leave if you say that again. And I will spank
For
you.
this technique is not.
All right, Izzy, now you need to listen here because listen, the colors that you chose, yellow and purple, together.
See the color wheel up there?
Mm-hmm.
What's opposite of yellow?
Purple.
Wonderful. And when you mix colors that are opposite of each other, you know what
then I
happens?
don't. It turns brown.
It turns brown.
Love you, baby. You just made
My
Gigi
love.
so proud.
You did. Now come on. How about some orange? That's a good one.
Or the pink.
Or pink. Here, let's go with this really bright pink. This one, no, that is weak. It's weak.
Hey, it's not as bright as you think it is, baby.
No, and this one is. This one will pink
Yeah.
us out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These fat lids are a bit problematic.
See, look at that pink. Look at it. Hold on. Oh, she's sad.
When it's brayered out, can you just trust me? Are you getting whiny?
Oh, no, she's not. She's
Oh, I hope not. Oh, horrors.
a little sad.
Okay, well, you can be a little sad. Now watch this. Come
Ready?
on.
Can I do the rolling?
Why not?
I was gonna say,
Crap
really, we're not.
anyway. I mean,
This is.
get after it. All right, now at this point, I need it because
Focus,
remember
yeah.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to
Oh,
flip
yeah.
and flop.
Flip and flop, chip and chop.
Yep. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful pink, Isabella?
Yeah. And it's kind of like a sunset.
Oh, it is kind of like a sunset.
That's why I'm going for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we
Going for that
go.
yellow 'cause-
Get some paper down
Can
there.
we use the little rubby thing?
The rubby thing. She wants to use the rubby thing.
Oh, here.
No, this thing. Yeah.
No, we've already done it. I've already got the paper down.
And on
Okay.
the next one.
Well, I didn't know there was going to be a next
No,
one.
well, not on stream. That's for darn sure.
We're out of time.
This is how it goes most of the time with things. Oh, that's
Now, does
pretty
that
good.
meet your expectation?
Yeah.
You just want. I've used that
She
with
loves
you,
that
and
kind.
you just make me crazy because you have a beautiful design, and then you go over it and mess it all up.
All right, guys.
This is what we do.
They do. They'll fight all afternoon. All right, put on your happy face and let's end this stream and move on and get
Put
some
on
lunch.
your happy face.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We really appreciate it. We'll see you back here on Tuesday.
Say hasta la vista.
We'll be
Hasta
tweaking
la
some of these things,
vista.
this, that, all that business. Bye, guys.
Sweet.